Greetings children, welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. Please like and subscribe the channel for the further updated videos. The following video is for class 6, subject General Science, chapter 8, Body Movements, part 3. Now in part 1 and part 2 of this lesson, we learnt about different bones or different skeleton parts that are present inside our body. What is a skeleton? A skeleton is the framework of bones which keeps our body straight. It helps our body to move and all the other and do all the other activities. So we learned about backbone and pelvic bone. I hope by now you have your textbooks with you. So keep the textbook with you to page number 71 for reference. So we are going to continue with the class. We're going to learn about what is the skull. The skull is made up of many bones joined together. Okay, as you can see in the picture, it is the many bones. It is not just one single bone. It is many bones that are fused together, that are joined together. It encloses and protects a very important part of the body, the brain. Now, how do we feel our skull? If you just hit on your own head, you can feel the presence of the skull inside which is protecting your brain. Now, we discussed many bones and joints of our skeleton. There are some additional parts of the skeleton that are not so hard as bones. Now, what happens if you touch your ears? It is hard, but not as hard as the other bones in your body. So, these hard bones or these bones that are present in your ears are called, what is it called? C-A-R-T-I-L-A-G-E, cartilage. So some additional parts of the skeleton that are not as hard as the bone and which can be bent. Now if you hold your ears and if you try to bend it, you can easily bend the ears, isn't it? The bone in the ears. And it is because it helps to hear properly, right? If you press it very hard, it becomes red in color. Right, so that part of the ear is called the cartilage. We have cartilage present even in our nose. Then, continuing the reading from page number 72. Feel your ears. Do you find any hard, bony parts that can be bent? There do not seem to be any bones here, isn't it? Do you notice anything different between the earlobe and the portions above it? Earlobe means the lower part of the ear is called the earlobe, where the girls wear earrings, or boys if you wear earrings. That part where you're wearing the earrings are called the earlobes. So, between that earlobe and the portion above it, as you press them between your fingers, you do feel something. The upper parts of the ear, it is not as soft as the earlobe, but not as hard as the bone, isn't it? As I told you, that part, it is not as hard as the bone, but it is not very soft like the earlobe also. So this is cartilage. Cartilage is also found in the joints of the body. We have seen that our skeleton is made up of many bones and joints and cartilages. You could feel, bend and move many of them. Now, we have learnt about the bones in our body and about the joints that help us move in different ways. What makes the bone move the ways they do? Now let's find out what is helping the bones to move it in the way that it moves. Make a fist with the bone, bend your arm at the elbow and touch your shoulder with the thumb. How the picture is shown in your screen. The picture in the picture, the A image is there, no, like that. You have to, if you make it like that, touch it with your other hand. Do you observe a swollen region in the upper arm? See, the upper arm, there will be a raise on the upper arm. This is the muscle. Now that part is called the muscle. The muscles bulge due to contraction. It becomes smaller in length. Contraction means it becomes smaller in length. Now bring your arm back to its normal position. What happened to the muscle? It is still contracted. Do you observe similar contraction of the muscles in your legs when you walk or run? Contraction means when the length of the muscles becomes small, so the height increases. Okay, so when contracted, the muscles become shorter, stiffer, and thicker. It becomes much more stronger when it is in the loose. It pulls the bone. The muscle works in pairs. Okay, when one of them contracts, the bone is pulled and in that direction. The other muscle of the pair releases to move the bone to the opposite direction. Now in your hand only, on the upper side you have muscles and the lower side you have the muscles. So when the upper side contracts, lower side relaxes. That helps the bone to move. That is what it means. To move the bone in the opposite direction, the relaxed muscle contracts to pull the bone backwards to its original positions, while the first one relaxes. A muscle can pull, it cannot push. Thus, two muscles have to work together to move the bone. This is only the bone that is present in our hands. There are there are muscles present all throughout our body, which helps us to move, which helps us to stand. Even in your legs, you can feel under your thighs, no? Below the thighs, if you see, you can feel the muscles in it. Okay. Now, as muscles and bones always, both muscles and your bones should work together to move properly. Okay. So, we will learn about the giant of animals, that is earthworm, snail, how they are moving or how their body is moving. That is what we will learn in the next video. So stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself and keep learning, children.